match day number 3, and also our third away game so far, because also we played Wigan away in the Cup in midweek, in which we played well for the last 25 minutes. Match day 3 was also where we got our first win last season, which led to a run of 4 consecutive wins, and we never had another winning run like that throughout last season. That was our longest winning run, which says a lot about how inconsistent we were last season. Talking of inconsistencies, we don't play consistently well for a sustained amount of time at the moment. One half against Newport, 20 minutes against Salford, and 25 minutes against Wigan. So you've got to get it accurate, otherwise everyone will be onto you. We haven't beaten Barrow since we got promoted. They also haven't scored yet, which means you know what's going to happen. And our only goal scorer at Holker Street since our return to the Football League is Didsey, and he doesn't play for us anymore. So yeah, brilliant. We haven't lost at Holker Street though since 1966. Probably because Barrow were out of the Football League for so long, but this is my 4th time going to Holker Street, and you don't realise how long it is until you've been on it. Anyways, go on Lots, go on New Pies, let's do this. Right, we literally got into the ground at 10 minutes, like 10 minutes till kick-off. McDonald starts in the centre of the back 3. I haven't really had time to do the team news, that's what I'm telling you now. So it's Roos, McDonald in the centre of the back 3 with Aldrafou and Barrow. Gordon and Bennett to the wing-backs, Palmery and Pender centre with Jones and Luca behind Matt Dennis. Not very much to report so far. Barrow had a few, I think they had a corner early on which didn't come to anything. We just had a moment where Luca was sent through, squared it to Dennis. Couldn't quite see from here because there's so many from where we are. The view isn't brilliant, so I don't know if he got a clean connection on the effort or not. Do need to release the ball quicker when we're in possession.
Shot target!
Shot target! Oh, Kelly Roos of all people.
How easy did he get round?
Barrow hadn't scored before today, and well, of course, they got their first goal against us after we just make it so easy for them. I don't think Tyler Walker will have an easier goal in his life. Bennett and Luca with some good passing between the two of them. Jane Lucas ball into the box somehow. I don't know how nobody's gone at the end of it. No one's busted got to try and get on the end of that ball. It was a really good ball into the area. No one was on the end of it. Maybe we should sign a striker. That might help. Right, apart from 2 crosses from Jade and Luca, which nobody got on the end of. Shot. Nothing. We're too slow in our build-up play. Possession gets turned over far too easily when we have got the ball, and when we do give the ball away, we're far too slow to react. Nothing to cheer about, nothing to be happy about. I don't see what we're trying to do. 3 on 2, cracking tackle though by their centre back.
Yeah, you know what? He's done nothing.
Should have scored there. Dennis was in. We had 2 players in the centre. Dennis was 1. Wasted that opportunity.
2 minutes away from the big
White is on. I think Sula is as well. Great turn, Jody. Wide.
Go on! Go on, Carly. Get in there! Over the box! Over the box! Come on!
Dennis's header was the slowest header I've ever seen.
Surely not.
And it just drops him. It's so undeserved.
We're getting booed now. We don't deserve it from the game anyway.
where do we even start? I mean, this year for this football club it's just not been enjoyable. I mean, the all the I just feel like all the emotion that comes with supporting a football club, the highs, the lows, what you feel from their moments, and it just all feels gone. It feels lost. There's nothing to be excited about anymore. I don't feel excited. I don't really feel disappointed. I just don't feel anything. I feel emotionless. It was summed up by the fact that when we equalised in the 89th minute, I didn't really celebrate that much because it was papering over the cracks. We played poorly. We did. We didn't play well at all. Again. This year, once again, we played poor. And it's not just this season so far. It's last season as well. This whole calendar year, our performances are just not good enough. As a football club, on and off the pitch. And then when we did lose the game in the 97th minute, I'm really disappointed. I really wasn't. We got what we deserved. We deserved to lose the game. That equaliser papered over the cracks. But we got what we deserved 7 minutes later, or 7 or so minutes later. Our performance did not deserve anything. We didn't deserve anything from the game. We were slow in possession. In and out of possession as well. Our structure wasn't good enough. When we had possession, not just in their half, but building up from the back, we were slow. There was no intensity. We looked like we didn't know what to do with the ball. The two moments we did have, two good crosses from Jaden Luca. Nobody got on the end of them. Ha! Shock. Look what happens when you don't sign a striker. Yeah, and then there was a moment in the second half where we had the ball in their half for a good minute and a half. Jones with his hands up in the air. Barrow with his hands up in the air. We looked clueless. Completely, utterly clueless. Nobody knew where to play the ball. There was no movement. There was a complete lack of bodies in the penalty area to put the ball into the box. Barrow's first goal was so easy. The press wasn't good enough. Their player literally is allowed to just dribble forward the ball about 25 yards. Callum Gordon just stands there. Aldrifree goes over to cover, which means Barrow has to cover. I mean, McDonald has to cover, and then Tyler Walker is just left with the most simple of tap-ins, and he almost missed that somehow. I've got Kelly Roos in the 40th minute when the ball is literally about the distance between me and this phone, and he doesn't even go for it. It's just nothing. There's nothing to get excited about at the minute. This is what happens. This is what happens when you make... I won't even say make silly decisions. I'd say we've made stupid decisions this year. This is what happens when you appoint a guy as the director of football who was poor in his job at Leyton Orient and at Portsmouth. This is what happens when you appoint a head coach who was shocking at Burton. I mean, I thought we were a data-run club. The data suggests a 25% win ratio at Burton. Yes, you may say, oh, but look at Luke Williams. The thing is, Luke Williams was a good coach who, at Swindon, literally like it said in his statement when he was appointed, where he had his hands tied because Tim Sherwood was running the show. And then you don't replace Alex Bass, you don't replace Dan Crowley, you don't replace Macaulay Langstaff, you don't replace Aaron the Man, you don't replace David McGoldrick. And when you don't replace key players, or you replace them on the cheap, or by stacking up on loans, or by buying players who are not really good enough for a promotion fight in League 2, this is what you get. Open your eyes. It is rubbish. Ever since we got promoted, our decision making has been poor. You can downplay all you like. You can try and, bring up positivity of delusion out of any kind. Our decision making since we got promoted, it's just not been the same. We had the blueprint of what we needed to do, buying young, hungry players who could not just help us, but could also be sold on for a profit down the line. Look at our recruitment in our promotion season. Langstaff, Scott, 2 players who were bought in from Gateshead, having succeeded at the level below, and eventually helped us win promotion as well. I'd look at our transfer business. You buy a guy who's not going to. He's 33 years old. This is the guy we have as a replacement for Alex Bass. He's 33 years old. You're not going to make money on him for a profit. You bought him on a free transfer. You're not going to make a profit on him, are you? Okay. And then you do your due diligence on players. He spells at Bristol Rovers. You know, he spelled at Aberdeen, who was okay there for a season, but after that kind of dropped off. Derby as well. Why can't we go out and buy a Ben Jackson, an Ellis Taylor, a Vincent Harper to play left wing back? Why can't we go out and sign, a Callum Osmond from Fulham, who's now at Celtic? Why can't we go and buy a Jake Young, a Michael Mellon, or a Cameron Congreve in attacking midfield? Or a Charlie McCann? I mean, the guy is literally a free agent. The guy is the most knots of knots signings if you've ever seen one. Get him! Why can't we go and get Harrison Burke, who has succeeded at the level below? Or 2 levels below, actually. But no, he's gone to Warsaw. We've missed out on him. And what do? We just stack up on loans. Okay, some of them are okay on loan, but you don't make it the bulk of your recruitment. The money we've made, okay, we don't even had to know the exact transfer fees. We know that the money we've made in player sales far outweighs the money we have lost buying players for fees. Then you've got the Nest. Then you've got the paddle courts. Then you've got the club partners. Then you've got the 6,500 season ticket holders. How much more is there where you have to say, you know what, we do actually have money, let's actually go and spend some. Obviously, don't go and spend us into debt, because that's stupid. Just like our decision making this year. That's what that is. That's stupid. But at least replace players adequately. We are the biggest club in this league, and we know we have money, so go and spend it. Throw your weight around as the biggest club in this league, and go and actually buy quality players. Either scale back the technical board or completely get rid of it. And if this continues, like for Pato or Gagliardi, you know what to do. Get rid, because with them in charge, with them in the 2 most important positions at the football club, we're never going anywhere apart from backwards. You've got time to fix this and, own up to your mistakes. So let's do it. And for goodness sake, buy a striker and a keeper. If you've enjoyed the vlog, give it a like, comment down below your thoughts on the game. I apologise if this rant has gone on forever, but I just needed to get things off my chest. If you want to hear any more, that's if you've not heard enough, because some of this will have been repeated from the NCS Shorts podcast. I'll leave a link in the description to that episode. Be safe, be champions, and as always, Toulouse.